What does the newest reporting actually mean?
Well, it's a over an hour-long episode, so I'll try to truncate that into this interview here. But I will tell you, you have to watch the whole thing because it really is an unbelievable report from Pablo Torre Finds Out, where he is talking to Dan Le Batard from Meadowlark Media, and they're acting out a deposition transcript that Pablo Torre had found out, that he had discovered, and he was able to find document after document after document that shows more money, over $100 million, were coming from Steve Ballmer and the Clippers. And it's becoming increasingly hard to see any other explanation based on Pablo's reporting today that Steve Ballmer didn't just put in $50 million into this company, but over $110 million as this company was circling down the drain. Aspiration was circling down the drain. Pablo reported that in this deposition sit down, the transcript that he'd uncovered on a related lawsuit of a Clover institutional financial institution that was suing the co-founder of Aspiration, he had discovered that at least 19 financial institutions were staying away from Aspiration, said, we don't want to have anything to do with this company. We are not sending in more money into this Aspiration company. And yet, as Pablo Torre Finds Out reported, Steve Ballmer and Dennis Wong, the co-owner of the LA Clippers, came in, parachuted in and said, here's more money, here's more money. So why were all of these institutions, financial institutions, looking at this Aspiration company and saying, why would we touch them? Why would we invest more money in this company? Why KPMG stopped auditing this company. They resigned as the auditor of this company. And yet here's Steve Ballmer and a co-owner of the Clippers saying, hey, we'll get you the money you need. We'll get you more money. And so the question hanging all over this is, if this wasn't cap circumvention, why is everything so secretive? As the Aspiration co-founder is under deposition, under oath in this lawsuit, he was looking at his attorney and looking to see, as soon as they started asking about the nature of Steve Ballmer's investment into Aspiration, he looked at his attorney and his attorney said, don't look at me, as if to say, you answer the question. What is the nature of Steve Ballmer's relationship and investment into the company around 2022, 2023? And Joe Sandberg, in this deposition that was brought to light by Pablo Torre's reporting, incredible reporting, he pled the fifth. The co-founder of Aspiration, when asked under oath about the nature of these investments from Steve Ballmer and the Clippers, he suddenly said, I plead the fifth. Over the weekend, as Pablo pointed out, there was almost 100 tweets, thousands and thousands of words that Mark Cuban had written in defense of Steve Ballmer. And within those tweets, he laid it out pretty explicitly. Hey, if this was really cap invention, and I'm paraphrasing here, if this was really cap circumvention, then wouldn't you think Steve Ballmer would have invested more money and used these carbon credits to funnel money to Kawhi Leonard if this was truly cap circumvention? And Pablo was like, as you said, Caroline, was like, let's go see. And he uncovered more money, just that, more money that lines up with the time schedule of Kawhi Leonard. And so it does appear that without Mark Cuban prodding and laying out the blueprint for cap circumvention and saying, hey, if this really was something fishy and this was breaking the rules, wouldn't you think they would have done it this way? And that's exactly what Pablo found out.